Welcome to Make the Grade with the Success Doctor, Steven Greene, where you'll discover actionable strategies to help your student to reach their academic goals, to excel at standardized testing, and to plan for the college admissions process painlessly. And now, here's your host, Dr. Steven Greene.
Hey, Dr. Steven Greene, the Success Doctor. Hello. Hey, you really want to take some notes today. This is the third C of the three C's of success. Why I think success should be spelled with three C's, not just two. Yes, I know that is, just not the way the dictionary is. It's heresy. But here's why. C number one was commitment. C number two, consistency. C number three, community. We're going to talk about community today and why it's important for you as a student or as a parent supporting your student to have a good community. Let's get right into it. Make the Grade podcast. We're all about giving you, the parent, and you, the student's actions you can take right away to maximize your education. That's the goal. And we're going to jump into community. So let's talk about community. You're a student, doesn't matter what age you are, first grade, fifth grade, eighth grade, 12th grade, college. Typically you go to school and your friends are at school. Not all your friends, but a lot of your friends. It's a social situation. So your first community are your friends. Some of them are going to be in your classes with you. Sometimes you'll get into classes and you'll make friends. So the whole idea of community, the way I'm going to present it, is to have a support system. So you go home and you're doing all the right things. You are following the maximum education protocol perfectly. You're managing your time. You're managing your information. You have a daily action success plan. It's all working. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to understand all your academic topics. So maybe you have a math problem you don't get. What are you going to do? Well, maybe you reach out to your friend who's in your math class or a similar class, or maybe who's just good at math. Hey, did you get number 9? You know how to do number 9? I just can't get it. Don't really understand it. Can you help me? So your first level of community is just your friends. Okay. Or maybe listen, maybe you had an off day, you forgot to write down your homework. I know that never happens with a Make the Grade student, but hey, it can happen. You're going to call your friends. Hey, what was that math homework again? What's the history homework? What were we supposed to read for ILA? So the first level of community are friends. So what you want to do at the beginning of the school year or any point in time is find out what kind of classes your friends have. Or parents, find out your friends, kids, maybe they're in the same grade, who their teachers are. So when you need help, you got a place to call. Second level, which is really kind of just doing the same thing, bigger, study groups. Study groups. Okay? So what's a study group? Well, it's a group of people. It can be 2, it can be 10, I guess. It can be more, dedicated to helping each other learn the same topic. I'm just going to stick with math today just to be consistent. So maybe you have a group of friends, you're all taking math, and you can get together online, you can get together at the library, you can get together at someone's house, and you're going to help each other with math. Now, you're saying, that doesn't sound like fun, Steve. Well, it may not, but we're talking about maximizing your education. We're talking about a place to get support and to get answers when you need to turn. We need a place to turn for that. So we got your friends. You got study groups. And the only real differentiation there is the friends are sort of random. You're going to kind of access them as it comes up. With the study group, maybe every Monday night, every Thursday after school, whatever. Okay? All right. Third level of community, and maybe the most obvious one, is your teachers. Hopefully, every student has a good relationship with their teachers. Let's be real. It doesn't always happen. And you're comfortable going to a teacher after school, or maybe before school, or emailing them, or going to some support situation where they can give you extra help. Now, let me give you a tip, little pro tip here. And I was a teacher for 12 years. And when a student walked in and basically said, I don't know how to do math, it's a little hard to help them. But when a student walks in and says, I've really been trying my best, and on this page, I don't know, page 172, problem 11, I get this, I just don't see where it comes together. So help the teacher to help you by being clear with what your circumstances are and what that you need. The more clear you can do that, the better. And just as a little plug, way back when, like, I don't know, podcast episode 6 or 5 or something, I did a whole podcast on this, how to help you help yourself to get help. Try saying that 5 times fast. So you got friends, number 1, 2, study groups, and 3, teachers. Number 4, other educators. When I was growing up, both my parents were teachers. I've talked about that a little bit. But specifically, my mom had a really good friend who was a history teacher in a different school district, but still a history teacher, and a very good one by all accounts. And every once in a while, we'd ask her for help, especially with papers. She was really good at critiquing and giving feedback on papers. Now, this was back, if you can believe it, when we actually wrote a paper on a typewriter. Yeah. Click, click, click. You made a mistake. You had to get the white out, or this like little ribbon stuff. I don't remember what it was called, that you would like go back and type over it and it would make it white. Somebody help me out. Put it in the comments. Whatever that is, you'll get a prize. Not white out, the other, like the white stencil stuff you put in there. Anyway, she was really good with that. So other educators. So let's just stay with math. Maybe you're taking math, and for whatever reason your teacher isn't available, or you don't have the simpatico with your teacher, or you can't come in before school when they're available, and you want to get help. So maybe you get a network of other educators, maybe another math teacher at the same school, or maybe you know somebody who knows somebody who knows a math teacher. Okay? Just to recap. Number 1, friends. Number 2, study groups. Number 3, teachers. Number 4, other educators. Number 5, get professional support, tutors. This is what I do, and you know that. I've been shy about that. I help people to maximize their education, but I also help people with a lot of their academics, math and science specifically, and test prep for SATs and ACTs. Those are my strengths. But the key is, wherever you are locally, or wherever you want to access online, you want to know who these people are if you ever need help. Okay? So there's professional help. There's private tutors. There's support schools. There's all kinds of ways to do it, but know where they're available and see if they can help you. Number 6, the success community, a community. I host and I curate an online community. It is basically all this other stuff wrapped into one. It's kind of like your friends and a study group and teachers and other educators and tutors, all accessible online, all accessible through an online community. Okay? It is there to help you. But the point of today's podcast is to give you an action to enable you to get help through a community. So an online community, excellent way to make it happen. My particular community, almost every day, I am putting some substantive value in there, things that can help you. They may be study skills related. They may be time management related. They may be specifically to math. They may be specifically to science. But the point is, it's a place to get help, a place to get support. That's my whole mission here. Okay? And then the last one, because in my online community, I have subdivisions. So I have part of that community just for people doing SAT and ACT prep. I have a part just for people taking calculus. I have a part just for people taking 7th grade science. There's a part just for reading, elementary reading. So there's the big umbrella community, and then it breaks down into smaller pieces. So what I want you to get out of this podcast today is the idea that there are many levels of places that you can get support through your community. But you need to create this. You need to make this happen. And you want to always be proactive. Who are your friends that are going to help you? Know them before you have an issue. What study groups are going to help you? Set one up before you need help. So when you do need help, it's already in place. Or maybe because you have it set up, little tiny problems never become big or medium problems. Can you work with your teacher? What office hours do they have? What extra support do they give? Same with other educators. What tutor or tutors are available that you know you can work with that can help you, and how much lead time do you have to give them? I can tell you my tutoring business, and it happens almost every week. Somebody calls me, hey, I hear you tutor this, and my kid needs help. They got a test. Great. When's the test? Oh, it's tomorrow at 8 in the morning. Well, it's 10 o'clock at night. Can you give me a little more lead time, perhaps? And of course, you got the communities, the online communities, which to me is kind of the way of the future because it's 24/7. It is there to help you, the subgroups as well. Steve Greene, the Make the Grade podcast. Before, now, always about giving you actions you can take to help maximize your education. If you're a student or a parent, to help your child do it. You can find out a lot more at makethegrade.net or through my social media. Really appreciate you listening. I would love it if you can comment. Send me an email, sgreene, S-G-R-E-E-N-E at makethegrade.net. Go to the webpage and submit it there if you want. But feedback is really helpful. Most of these podcasts I do are based on suggestions and feedback that I got from parents or students or other educators. And I want to keep that going. Okay? So what's coming up? We are done with the 3 C's of Success series. Okay? Commitment, consistency, community. Community, consistency, commitment. Consistency, commitment, community. Say them 3 times in every possible order. There are 6 different permutations you could say them in. I'll leave that up to you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, but more importantly, I hope you see some practical value in it and actions you can take. So get your friends lined up, get your study groups lined up, get your teachers lined up, get your other educators, get your tutor, get your community. Go from there. You want more? MakeTheGrade.net. Check out some other podcasts. I referred back to an earlier one today about how to prepare when you go meet with a teacher or a tutor. Really helpful. All right. That's it for this week. Dr. Steven Greene, the Success Doctor, thanking you for listening and paying attention. Appreciate everybody. Have a great week, and I hope to see you on the next episode.
You've been listening to Make the Grade with the Success Doctor, Steven Greene. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe. For more resources and support, please visit makethegrade.net.